Can Homelander stop a Xenomorph invasion? Now, Homelander isn't necessarily what you would call a hero, but we're counting on him to save us all here from the most dangerous creatures in the universe, Xenomorphs. So, can Homelander do it? Can he stop an alien invasion? Let's get into it. So if we're talking about Homelander, well, for starters, he's a psychopath, a truly unhinged lunatic. I mean, he's beefed with a baby before. He's got no problem killing anybody. He's got a weird thing for milk, which is just weird. But the real question is just exactly how strong is this guy? Well, he's quite literally the strongest man in the world, and has never met anyone who's been his physical equal. And I guess you could argue that Soldier Boy exists now, but I don't even know if Soldier Boy is his true equal. Sure, Soldier Boy can give Homelander a good fight, but Homelander said it himself.
Oh no. I'm the upgrade.
Soldier Boy can injure him, can blow him up with those explosions that would also theoretically depower him, but in a straight up fight, Homelander is still winning that one. He was still winning that one. He's easily crushed skulls, punched into a man's stomach, and casually tossed a man hundreds of feet into the air. And since he is the strongest hero in the world, it logically makes sense that he's stronger than all the other members of the Seven. He's stronger than Stormfront, who easily destroyed a building. He's stronger than Queen Maeve, clearly, who easily stopped a speeding armored truck, just brought it to a dead stop. And he is like way stronger than them. Stronger than Starlight and Deep and all the rest of them too. Homelander was able to casually knock off the door of a pressurized plane. But here's the thing. He did say he was actually not able to carry the hijacked plane to safety. So he kinda killed a whole lot of people there with that. But it does suggest that he's actually unable to use his full strength when he's up in the air. Instead, it's going to require him to be on the ground, have a solid surface under his legs, plant those feet, or take full advantage of his power. We also saw the same thing when he wasn't able to stop a falling bus in some concrete when that was brought down on top of him. He should be way stronger than that, easily catch it, but he was hovering up in the air when it happened. Bottom line though, Homelander's pretty strong. But while Homelander is crazy strong, well, durability is definitely Homelander's weakest asset. Not really because he's not durable, but just because he's never really had anything truly test his durability. He's bulletproof and was unscathed by a bus and rubble crashing down on top of him, but the guy is obviously intended to be invincible. It was said that if Homelander had ever turned against America or turned against Vought, they'd have no way to take him down. It's also said that there isn't a weapon on Earth they haven't thrown at him. They all failed. Obviously, this is including nukes. So just from those statements, Homelander is incredible. But here's the thing. It's totally possible that Homelander actually isn't as durable as he makes himself out to be, or as everyone else makes him out to be. I mean, Soldier Boy was getting his hits in, and getting in some dang good hits while he was at it. He even gave Homelander some bruises, forced him to apply a little foundation to cover it up. Queen Maeve went against him, stabbed him straight in the ear hole. You got a little deeper there and Homelander is done for. Even Stormfront was able to throw him around, but that was definitely more the kinky type of roughhousing, rather than the I'm gonna beat your face in now the other two were doing. And another thing is, just like Homelander doesn't have a ton of durability feats, doesn't really have a ton of speed feats either. I mean, in fact, I don't think we've really ever even seen Homelander's speed in a fight, except maybe like once or twice. That being said though, he is really pretty fast when he's just flying around. He's regularly flown at Mach speed, even reached up to Mach 5 while saving Butcher from that C4 explosion, which is looking like his top speed. Instead, while Homelander does have all these incredible powers, and sometimes he'll have to use them in a fight, more often than not, Homelander is just completely spamming his heat vision all over the place. For the most part, well, it's really effective. He can easily slice through flesh and bone, just kill people with one glance. He can also use it against other supers and send them flying backwards. All in all, while Homelander is pretty powerful, easily the most powerful supe we've seen with the boys so far. The most dangerous living thing in the universe, the Xenomorph is the ultimate apex predator, a parasite that's hell-bent on carving a path of destruction throughout the galaxy. And you're gonna wish this thing kills you with its teeth and claws and tail. It's better than being forced to help create one of its young. Now, there are a lot of different variations of Xenomorphs out there in the cosmos. For this video here, we're just going to be focusing on the drone aliens, which is the most common form. Xenomorphs are incredibly strong and powerful. They're able to easily one-shot people with their attacks, even armored soldiers with futuristic tech. And they definitely seem to have a thing for ripping people in half or tearing off limbs. And that's just scratching the surface. They're able to easily tear through metal like it's nothing, even shaking buildings or plowing through armored doors and walls. They're also stupid fast. They're incredibly agile. They're regularly able to leap around and surprise prey with just how fast they're able to move. And it doesn't just stop there. Some Xenomorphs have legit been seen dodging bullets. They're straight up bullet timing. I told you they were fast. And really, they don't even need to be able to dodge bullets because they're more than tough enough to take them. It appears they can feel bullets with enough shots. They're going down, but by the time you're penetrating their armor, well, the Xenomorph has already got its hands on you. So really, what's the point? They're able to quickly recover from being hit with pulse rifles, can take automatic gunfire and shotguns like it's nothing. They're even able to keep on attacking through explosive ammo. And it doesn't just stop there either. They're able to shrug off most explosions they find themselves in, and blunt force attacks do basically nothing. And it's not just that these aliens are incredibly durable, but man, they're just incredibly resilient too. Absolutely nothing is going to stop them from trying to kill you. Their body can be broken and useless, limbs missing and all shot up and everything. The Xenomorph still is going to continue charging and continue trying to put down its prey. And it has a ton of different ways that it can kill its prey too. Teeth, claws, tails, all of it are incredibly deadly and dangerous. They're able to absolutely gut people and slash right through their bodies. Their tails can pierce right through soldiers with heavy armor. They're actually easily strong enough to just throw people around with their tails too. And their mouth is exceptionally deadly. With their secondary hinged jaws, well, they can basically punch right through people with their mouth, breaking bones, absolutely ripping them to pieces. It's brutal to watch. Then of course there's the infamous acid blood. It can cut through anything, from flesh and bone to metal. And the Xenomorph actually knows how to use it in a fight and use it to its advantage. It also allows the alien to claim a lot of kills from the grave. Because even if the Xenomorph is killed, well, that means its blood is usually splattered all over the place, and it's currently eating away at whatever managed to kill it. So who wins here? Can Homelander do it? Can he stop an invasion? Well, he's definitely got a good shot. See, Homelander holds a massive physical edge over the Xenomorph. even a Xenomorph Queen. Like at best, we can kind of scale a Xenomorph up to some of the weaker members of the Seven, and we see how Homelander is just able to absolutely toy with them and throw them around. Even a Xenomorph Queen, well, at their best, you could say they're comparable to maybe Queen Maeve, but even then, Maeve should be stronger, and Homelander is still significantly stronger than her. He just way outclasses the aliens, no way around it. But then what if they sneak up on him? I mean, these things are perfect predators. They're masters of stealth and can pretty much sneak up on anyone. That's how they get pretty much all their kills, is just by doing that. Well, the problem with that there is that even though Homelander doesn't use it too often, he does have super senses. He can pick up on what's going on around him, he can see through walls, he can smell and hear things that everyone would miss. It would be difficult to sneak up on him. But the biggest problem for the Xenomorphs here is just how are they going to injure Homelander? They're not quite powerful enough to scratch or bite him, and as they try, well then they get close enough for Homelander to just tear them to pieces. Really, the best case scenario here is able to burn him with acid, but even that's a little debatable on whether or not that's possible. The acid is routinely able to melt through everyone who touches it. Xenomorphs are actually always using this tactic to kill their prey. And it's also able to melt through metal like nothing too. Problem is, it's just too hard to believe that Homelander isn't tougher than this. I mean, look at all the testing that the US government did against him. And for that matter, look at all the testing that the Russian government did against Soldier Boy, who Homelander is basically the same as. It's totally reasonable to think that they used acid at some point and it did nothing to him. I mean, the Russians experimented on Soldier Boy for 40 years and couldn't hurt him. The same should apply to Homelander here too. I just don't think the Xenomorph's acid is nothing new to this guy. On top of that, Homelander has a great counter to this acid with his heat vision. He can instantly kill any Xenomorphs he sees just by laying eyes on them. In the process, he was able to cauterize the wound and make sure that no acid is leaking out. So great win-win there for Homelander. End of the day, Homelander is taking this one with ease. He's way stronger, way too tough for the Xenomorph to injure. He can fly around with his super speed. He's got heat vision. He's got this one in the bag. Homelander wins.